So apparently I have been informed it is not acceptable under any circumstances to shoot somebody even if you're defending yourself. No acceptable reason. Now, on December 12th, I put up a meme saying when you find out the gun laws say you have to lock up your gun empty and the ammo has to be on the other side of the house, guess I'll just die. Then one of my ex-followers decided to respond. You shouldn't exactly be planning on shooting anyone. I mean, that is correct, technically. I have zero plans to ever shoot somebody. It will always be in a self-defense manner. Just like any other responsible gun owner. So then I copied a tweet I made prior to this, showing that I had no plans to shoot anybody, which said, let's make this clear. As a gun owner, I don't want to have to shoot anybody ever. But just because I don't want to, doesn't mean I won't if you're a threat to my life or my family. Just because I don't want to, doesn't mean I won't. And then, once I copied that part into the thread she was in, if you think it's acceptable to shoot someone for any reason, you shouldn't own a gun. Guns should only be allowed for non-violent recreation only. So I said, wrong. If my life is in danger because some criminal is trying to take it, that's 100% acceptable reason to shoot somebody. Her response, oddly enough, guess she doesn't value her own life or innocent lives? I disagree. It's never acceptable to shoot someone. And my last response to that, which ended that part of the thread, which was, if you don't think defending your life is an acceptable reason, can't help you. Now, there was 2 responses to her tweet, if you didn't notice. So somebody else decided to jump into it. Because criminals are totally 100% always willing to negotiate when they're the armed party. Listen, can you hook me up with your dealer because that's some amazing hallucinogens you're ingesting? Then her response, personally, I don't support a model of society where criminality and violent assault are expected, but it seems you desire much. No, nobody desires that. But the people who are prepared live in reality. And the reality are, there are some bad people out there who don't value human life. So they will have no problem ending yours if you get in their way. Just the way it is. And then suddenly, you don't have the right to murder someone, sorry. And my response is, so what you're saying is if someone is trying to take my life, you're against me shooting them in self-defense, which is legal, by the way. In your mind, you don't want me to shoot them, instead I die. You're okay with this outcome. I'd rather prevent the scenario entirely. I don't know how to break this to you, but if the scenario is already happening, you have failed to prevent it. At that point, it's either you or them. And if it's a criminal, I'd rather it be them die. Sorry. That's just the way it goes. I kind of want to make it home to my family. After her response to I'd rather prevent that scenario, then my last few tweets were, that's wishful thinking. That scenario happens often. Don't avoid the question. You disagreeing with shooting somebody in self-defense is irrelevant. Unlike you, I will protect my life with the tools at my disposal. If that involves me shooting somebody in self-defense, oh well. But don't worry, I'm sure the criminals will be thrilled to know that you don't think shooting them to save your life is an acceptable move. I have firearms for self-defense. If it comes down to me or the criminal, I'm going to shoot in self-defense. Doesn't matter that you don't like that. And honestly, it doesn't matter that you don't like that. I mean, I've had arguments with anti-gunners. Most, even the ones that want to ban guns or the ones that want heavy restrictions, none of them has had the audacity to say you don't have the right to shoot to defend your life. I can't fathom that way of thinking. Let's just hope you're never in a situation. Well, you'll never buy a gun, obviously. But even if you do, just for your non-lethal recreation, let's just hope you're never in the situation where you have to use a gun in order to prevent your own death. Because you're either going to die because of your principles, or you're going to change your mind real fast because you want to live. Now, I have a question for you. You say shooting somebody for any reason is not acceptable. No reason whatsoever. You realize the police and the military have to, unfortunately, shoot people to save lives of innocent bystanders or themselves. It happens. Now, in that thread, you didn't specify who, whether it was civilian, law enforcement, or whatever. You didn't specify. You just said it is 100% unacceptable to shoot somebody. So do you want to abolish the police and our military branches? That's kind of the direction you're going in. I'm sorry, but you're completely wrong in this situation. You have the right to not defend your life. That is your right. I have the right to defend my life, which I will do if that ever comes down to it. But as I said in my original tweet, I don't want to shoot anybody. I don't. It's not something I would look forward to. The point of that is, if you're a threat to my life, and the only way to save my life is to shoot you, then I will. Now, the thing is, I'm not going to shoot to kill. That's not the plan. As many other people in the thread, if you follow it enough, well, again, you're going to have to find it on your own, because I don't want to embarrass this person more than she already has. But I don't want to shoot to kill. I want to shoot to stop the threat. Now, if when the threat is stopped and they die, well, it happened. But the point is, I will fire until you're not a threat. You laying on the ground bleeding, but still alive, unable to threaten me anymore, means the threat has stopped. But no, the plan isn't to kill, it's to stop the threat. Yes, death does happen because of that. But as I said, the fact that you have the audacity to say shooting somebody for any reason, including to save your life, a friend's life, a loved one's life, is 100% acceptable, that actually kind of means that you don't value life. If you don't think shooting somebody to save somebody is acceptable, sorry, that tells me you don't value innocent lives whatsoever. And it's probably a good thing if you actually do never have a firearm. Anyways, that's the end of that. That thread was just fucking stupid. And yes, this person unfollowed me roughly 12 hours later. I guess facts hurt. I just can't believe somebody would actually follow me and then be completely surprised knowing the fact that I'm willing to discharge my weapon in self-defense. Anyways, you all have a good day, or a night, or whenever you watch this, etc. Till then, bye.
Medusa Bear, Tatiana, Karen, Alina.
You cannot invade the mainland United States. There would be a rifle behind every blade of grass. Isoroku Yamamoto.
Now, you've just watched another video by Running Guns News. If you liked the video, hit like. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. If you actually enjoy my content, you can support me or my channel financially if you choose by PayPal, Patreon. BitChute now has an option to do monthly or one-time payments, which no matter what you pick, it's still taken out at the beginning of every month, just so you know. And you can catch my videos on other platforms, which will also be linked below. So until then, have a nice day.